Chris with 4am Finance. Let's jump in here and take a look at what's going on with the Bitcoin dominance here. We got Bitcoin dominance taken up to a 59.86, still hovering right around that 58 mark. We've got open interest still hovering around 2.1 billion. And let's jump in and take a look at that price right now. So what we want to see with open interest, it's been hovering between 1.9 billion and 2.1 billion, and that correlates with this range of 10,100 and 11,100. And so what we want to do is see open interest take up with a break of this range, either to the downside or to the upside. And what that's going to do is catch the momentum of the next move. And that's really what I'm looking at right now. Considering what happened, you want to have four things all in confluence with each other. We want to see a break of the range, the price range, an increase in open interest, and we want to see historical volatility expand here. And those four things, so price action, break of the range, expansion in open interest, and historical volatility percentile expansion. If we have all four of those things, that's a key to catching the momentum. It's been very, very accurate in doing so. So that's what we're going to be looking for. But in case you don't already know, BitMEX or Bitfinex CTO now in custody. And what I do want to talk about as a trader, what this kind of means, if you're already not aware, the USA is bringing charges against Aurthor and the CTO of BitMexico, or Bitfinex, if you want to call it that. And basically what it is, what the charges are, they're one of the largest Bitcoin, leveraged futures contracts outside of the United States. And basically, when the CFTC and the SEC come after you, you're in trouble. And there's something called an F-bar. If you hold $10,000 of currency in a bank account outside of the United States and you are a U.S. citizen, you have to file what's called an F-bar. If you don't, that will incur penalties of $10,000 a month, and that can just go up indefinitely if you're not reporting a foreign bank account. So that being said, if you're a United States citizen and you're holding money on an exchange in Europe, probably and you're an exchange like Bitfinex, right? You're also required to report those accounts, and that's what they're coming after them for. So what does this mean? Likely they get wiped out along with all the other illegitimate exchanges, but that makes room for more legitimate exchanges to come into this marketplace, like CMEs, right? Which is, I think, a positive thing for the market. So again, CFTC, I don't think this is necessarily going to be a pump or dump event, but I'm not going to trade any short-term areas right now. I'm just looking at these macro regions. Again, 10,100 to the downside and 11,100 to the upside up here. That's what I'm looking for. So today, if we get a daily close below, again, this is the end of the week for CMEs, but a daily below 10,720, I think we're going to test the downside region, probably going to test somewhere around 10,100. If we break 10,100, likely going to hit that 9,100 target. If you see, we also get a 2-day closing here in 11 hours and 28 minutes. If we get a 2-day closure below anywhere below, let's call it a 2-day anywhere below 10,003 or 10,325 ish, right around here. I'd say we're looking at some more, continuation to the downside. We'll probably hit that 9,900 mark here. Let's take a look at our secondary charts here. Go back to the daily. We're going to take a look at our Bollinger Bands, and we're going to take these exponentials off here. We're going to take a look here. Yep, we're, if we close below here and open and close below there, very likely to test that lower band around 10,300. Again, looking pretty droopy here on the daily. So let's pull these off, put our other momentums back on, and take a look over at NASDAQ. What do we got going here for NASDAQ? And guys, another big news update. Last night, Trump and Melania got coronavirus. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here with this little dump in the short term. Not positive news for his presidential campaign. Not positive news for the markets. I think, markets are not looking forward to Biden getting into office. So let's jump back and take a look over at the daily here, and let's just look at our range here. So we were looking for a test back up to 11.5. We got that. We're getting rejected here. So with the rejection here, with the closure, I'll take a 4-hour, anywhere a 4-hour below here, which we just got it. I think we're going to test back down to 11.1, 11,000. That's what it looks like to me if I had to call it. Now, if we can get back above this level, 11,566, I think we will tag somewhere up, 11.7, 11.8 region in the short term. So that's what I'd be looking for there. Let's take a look at Euro. Let's take a look at Euro on the monthly, because that's what we're looking for. Yep. We had the bearish engulfing candle here. That is likely to beget continuation down here to at least 115. I would not be surprised over the next year or so if we head down to about 110. Why is that? Look, this is a 12-year downtrend from 2008, 12-year. Right, we just hit a macro level high. Now, unless some, black swan event happens, looking like we're trending down. Let's jump over here to take a look at Link here. Let's take a look at the weekly. Yep. We got the test back up to 100,000 Satoshis, back down to 88,000 Satoshis. I mean, if we close the weekly below this yellow 21, we could be looking at a target back down to 75. I'm probably looking short term on the daily. I'm probably going to come back down here and test that 200 exponential somewhere around here at about 79, 80,000 Satoshis. Let's go take a look at gold. Gold. Where are my golds? That's my silver. Here we go. Gold. We took a good move there when we broke this green 55. Got a little bounce. We called that there. Bounce back up to 1900, 1910. Might even tag 1920, but I think we're going to get rejected right here at this region. And likely over the next year, we're going to test down. I think we're going to test down somewhere around this region over the next year. And I think that would be a major buying opportunity. We're talking, down here, we could get a bounce back up short term, but long term, over the next year, I think we've got some downside and then a major buying opportunity. Let's take a look at the dollar. And this is the one, kind of the big X factor, the harbinger of death and despair, or bringing light and grace into the world. But again, here we said some short-term up, but then down. We overshot the target of 94, but I'm going to be watching this weekly closure. As long as we close above that 94, I'm very bullish on the dollar. Let's see what happens there. And lastly, let's just take a look at Bitcoin CMEs again. We're taking a look at the range. We got a range here on the daily. Again, looking a lot more droopy here. If we get a closure below 10,375, even a tick below the low, September 22nd, tick below there, likely get a test back down here to that, 9,900 region. So we got to watch this daily closure today. If we get a tick below or a daily closure below the 10,300, 10,200 region, likely going to test back down in the bottom side of the range here, which is going to be right here. Let's move this down here. So let's keep an eye on that today. Guys, wishing you all just a blessed, wonderful, happy day. We'll be coming back to you with some more foreign finance in the next couple of days. Take care and be blessed.